Hi and welcome to another Free.volous episode. Today I'm bringing you another chapter of my makeup reset series. If you're not aware, I'm going through my makeup collection, which is fairly extensive, especially for somebody who is just a consumer, and it goes way back. I have some relics and I'm going through all of it and really decluttering, depotting, narrowing it down to the things that I really love and cannot part ways with in order to have a very curated selection. Not minimalistic, don't get me wrong, but in order to have a very curated selection so that I can have it pop in my brain whenever I'm feeling tempted to make a purchase, so that I can make more informed decisions and more intentional purchases. So that's the goal. I feel like it has been working, although I still feel tempted and buy stuff. It's different. I can refer to the things that I've gone through, so they're far more present in my mind, which is really cool. And today we are tackling one of the most challenging and time-consuming types of products, which are eyeshadow singles, the magnetized singles that you create your own palettes with. And I decided to break down this video into two because it would be huge, because it is very time consuming and I like to take you through my thought process with each step. So this is going to be a long one. I'm not editing this yet, but I know it's going to be a long one. But I have already done the declutter and I can tell you I'm pretty chuffed with the result. Today we're going to go through my colorful eyeshadows, the bright colors, and next time we'll attack the neutrals, which is going to be a headache. And I have accumulated lots of singles because, unlike most people who just prefer to have eyeshadow palettes with pre-made color stories, which I really love, don't get me wrong, you've seen my eyeshadow palette collection. I also love the freedom that single eyeshadows can give you. You can create your own color stories, you can complement your collection with colors that you don't own, and you don't need to go out and buy a full palette for a couple of shades. You just go and look up that specific color that you're missing, and at the same time, because of that freedom and wanting to create my own palettes and having that versatility, I have accumulated plenty of singles, some of them really special and unique, some others quite repetitive. And today we're focusing on eliminating redundancy, so getting rid of repeats, the lower quality ones, something that is a bit more old in my collection, you know, that kind of stuff. But I wanted to make things harder for myself because nowadays some brands offer you pre-made eyeshadow palettes that are magnetized, so you can pop out your eyeshadows from that palette and use it as a single, right? I call them the poppables. And because I have several palettes in that style, like Colourpop does them, they're super affordable and you can mix and match and curate, so that's amazing. But also Natasha Denona, View Set, and I'm considering, as I said, my Lethal Cosmetic palettes as, you know, pre-made palettes. I have plenty of those. So because I really wanted to be thorough in eliminating redundancy, I'm not only going to compare my eyeshadow singles among themselves, I'm going to pop out the similar closest shades that I have from those palettes and see what I can eliminate further from the singles collection. So my brain is completely burnt out at this moment, so I'm sorry if I'm rambling a bit, but yeah, that's what we're doing. So it took me a long time. It was really complicated to keep the focus, the camera focus and my brain focus. So if there's any kind of technical problem, I'm so sorry in advance, but this is what it is. I know this intro is running pretty long, but I have to ask before we jump into the video, if you are enjoying my content, please consider subscribing and spreading the word about my channel, and also chat with me in the comments down below. Ever since I started the makeup reset series, there have been lots of people coming to peep on my declutters and chat in the comments. It's been really fun. If you want to further talk with me, I'm at the free.volous on Instagram, and I hope you have a great day. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to thumb it up because it helps a lot, and let's roll the tape. Meow. Okay, so let's start with the easiest one, which is the first palette that you see here. This is my special shade kind of palette. Most of them are here. Some I have spilled into another palette, but basically these are, you know, pressed glitters, very flaky, juicy, shiny, shimmery, splendid eyeshadows, pressed glitters, stuff like that. They're all in here. These three are from With Love Cosmetics from the UK, I believe. These 6 are from JD Glow, which is from the US. These 2 rows and up till this blue here, I think, no, up to the pink is from the Glam Shop, which is a Polish store. And then these here are from Glaminatrix Cosmetics from Australia. If you want to see a swatch off of these shades, just let me know. I'd be glad to do that because these are all beautiful and super special. Just know that no matter what I do with the lighting, it will never look as beautiful as they are in real life, especially the shifts and high shine, glossy, glassy kind of shades. But yeah, love these. These are staying. And now the work commences. So in here I have, this is a Z palette. As you can see, they've been crumbling. I mentioned this on my Instagram. These are my Swear By It, I think that's the name of the palette, eyeshadows that I really wanted to keep because some of these shades I do not have. I am sure I do not have anything similar to these. So my job today will be to get rid of as many as possible, so be really thorough and decide which ones I really want to keep, because that palette was a hell to depot. There was no amount of alcohol, no amount of heat that would break the glue easily. The pans are super tight in the palette, and when you try to pull them out, they all bend because they're really cheap kind, I don't know, aluminium. They are the mats are very crumbly, although very soft, and these were a pain to remove, so I'll have to get rid of most of them. These 4, I'm almost positive I have nothing like these shades, so that's going to be the pain in the butt. And these 4 are from Pound Case, which, oh, here's my lamp, see, low budget lighting. Let's not talk about it. Pound Case is, I think, also a UK brand. They did, and they still do, I think, phone cases with a little sliding drawer that has, you know, pans with product and makeup. And I had 4 eyeshadows from them. I'll probably get rid of all of them because that case doesn't fit my phone anymore, or my new phone doesn't fit that case. So that's it. In here, this is my sales pile, double-sided palette. Basically, when Sephora has sales here in Portugal, they have these big bins, and I dive into them, and I often find, and these are Makeup Forever eyeshadows that I found at a very, 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 very discounted price. These are pretty good quality eyeshadows. Huge pans though, so I'll get rid of those if I have similar colors. And I have, I think, a couple of Sugar Pill shades here. Yes, because they're the same size, so I kept them in here. And these are also from Sephora sales. These are Sephora collection, so Sephora's own brand eyeshadows from previous formulas. This is making me really upset, so there you go. These are some of the original, I wouldn't say original, but older formulas. So again, if there's nothing really special here that I don't have anywhere else, and the pens are big, I will pass them along. But yeah, these are a collection along many years. Whenever there are sales, I usually dive in there. And this is my Adept Cosmetics magnetic palette. They have several sizes. Sadly, as far as I know, you cannot order Adept Cosmetics eyeshadows. They don't ship internationally, or it's too expensive or whatever. But they do sell on the Super Evil Megacorp, or aka Amazon. They sell these huge magnetic palettes, and this is where most of my collection is. Yeah, here you can see it all. Some special shades sprinkled in here, but most of these, Colourpop, Makeup Geek, you know, couple of Anastasia, NYX, lots of Colourpop here, and then some special shades sprinkled around. We'll go through all of them. My plan is to go by color family and decide how many repeats I want to keep, basically. So the first thing I'm going to do is separate the shades by color family. I'm going to start with the colorful ones, and I think I'm going to do a second part with the browns and neutrals and all of that stuff. So that's the plan. Here we go. Okay, this is it. These are all my single eyeshadows laid out, all the colorful ones. I cannot imagine what will happen when I have to take care of the brown neutrally colors, but yeah, I'm particularly concerned with the amount of purple that I have here. I'm not that much of a purple person. I love these kind of, you know, very light pastel-y purples, but nothing that justifies the amount of purple that I have here. Now I'm gonna do the extra step, which is I'm gonna swatch from my pop-outable palettes colors within that color family and see what duplicates I have, so that I don't keep anything that I already have in poppable form. This is gonna take me even longer, but I prefer to do that because just comparing the shades among themselves would help me exclude some. But I am perfectly aware that I have far more colors in poppable form that I can compare these two. So here we go. Wish me luck. Okay, so here are all my yellow poppable shades. I'm gonna tell you right away that I want to keep at least these two. This is Glam Shop Citrinian or Citrate, which is a very bright yellow with a shift, a beautiful kind of almost chartreusey shift. Let me see if I'll focus this when I swatch all of them, and I want to keep this one, which is Glaminatrix Lemonade, which is a very bright, shimmery, not gold, yellow. You can't see the reflection, I assume, but you'll have to trust me on this one. So these two are staying for sure. Let me pop them in here. And now let's watch the rest of them. This is Sephora's Banana Split. As I said, these were old colors. Cannot tell you. Yeah, this is... Yellow has come a long way. I have this one, which is similar, and it's far more pigmented. When I want a yellow, I want a yellow, so this one is going. This is Colourpop Tiki, a classic. Okay, I don't know where the camera cut off, but here we are. I've just relocated most of my brown shadows and neutrals onto this side, and I will start putting my to keep shades in here. So here we go. These are staying, and let's move on. Okay, let's move on to the oranges, which is a pretty small pile, and let's swatch whatever we have in my other palettes. Okay, I seem to not have that many bright oranges. I have a few darkened, almost reddish oranges right here, and a few peachy colors, but these kind of bright orange colors, I don't have many. I know for sure that I want to keep this one. This is Tangerine Dream from Colourpop. It's a metallic shade, probably doesn't exist anymore. It's one of the most beautiful shades they've ever made, so this one is staying for sure. Let's see how this one from Sephora performs. It's a bit darker, but it's pretty similar to this one, although this one has glitter in it. But yeah, it's pretty similar on the fence with that one. Let me put them in order, or else. This one is from Makeup Forever. I-722, I believe. This is a pretty, sorry, this on the side. This is a pretty special formula and a pretty special color. I hate the fact that it's such a large pan. Again, on the fence. This almost is a red orange. I know I don't use this as much, so this probably is going. This is LOL by NYX. Oh, the previous one was also from Makeup Forever. This is LOL by NYX. Again, I don't have such a warm kind of orange in my collection, but when you start comparing, they're all starting to look really similar. And this from Sephora, I prefer that color. This one is Early Bird by Makeup Geek, R.I.P. Makeup Geek. See, these two are pretty similar apart from the finish. Yeah. And this one is Bratty by Colourpop, which is a very bright, bold orange. Very bright and bold, neutral orange. And last but not least, this delightful color from NYX. It's more of a yellowy orange. You can see it. I really like this color. Again, NYX, stop being so special, but I can see this one is just close enough, I'd say. So, yeah. So, I'm trying to get rid of the NYX one. So this one is going. This is this one. I'm going to get rid of this bright orange by Sephora and keep this bright orange by, sorry, Makeup Forever, and keep this bright orange kind of for the same purpose. This is what Early Bird. I don't use this kind of color, not as often, or it doesn't work for me. LOL, same thing. These are beautiful transition colors for people who like to wear those, but it's not my cup of tea. The same with this one. If I'm being honest with myself, this one is staying for sure. So this is the only one I'm a bit iffy about. Again, because of the size of the pan. If this was in a smaller pan, I'd say it stays for sure, but because it's in a bigger pan, I'm not so sure. So for now, it's going to stay, and then I'll probably get rid of it later. So let me show you, hopefully showing you all the colors that I have swatched on my arms. I don't know which ones are which anymore, so don't come at me. I can do a swatch off of everything that is staying at the end of this series, but before that, nothing like that is happening. Just don't hold your breath. So let's pop these in here. I'm gonna need more of these magnetic palettes at the rate that I'm getting rid of stuff. The next ones, have you seen this? They're winning in this championship. Ah, I wish they could be depottable. And these are repressed, by the way, so yeah. Let me take out my greens. No, not at all, I think. So everything else is a very bright kind of forests leaning green, which is not the kind of greens that I like. Oh, I'm noticing something here, but we'll get there when we get there. Or should I pop you in the greens and get rid of you already? Oh, this is a beautiful color. It's not something that I would wear. So yeah. Fade into hue. It's a mood. I think it's a mood. It has lots of these more sagey, dried out greens. Oblivion. Ah, beautiful color. And Surface is not really a green, sadly. I wish this was more of a olive shimmer, but it's basically a bronzy color. So jaded. We have a couple of colors here. This one here. It's has more yellow to it. The other one in comparison looks pretty brown. Super interesting when we get them together. Peridot. Oh, one of my favorite colors. It's a true chartreusey, beautiful, beautiful color. Great color selection, Kathleen Lights. I don't care what people say. No! No! Oh, I'm gonna breathe. Let's move on. Yes, these shades are poppable, by the way, in case you're wondering. This one needs to be compared. It's my favorite. This one, I don't think so. Pretty blue, pastel-y. And this one. And Sipping Soup. No, this is the one I already had. Stupid little frog. Bunny little frog in my throat. This loose glitter is not my favorite on these shadows, but yeah, that's what we have to work with. And this Lethal customized palette that I did, it also has a couple of could be considered olivey, swampy colors. There you go. So now, oh, look who it is. Came to play. That's too blue for it. It's too blue. It's too blue. Okay, let's start with this one. This is not a color that I wear often. Again, very high quality, very smooth, but I have these too if I need that. So this is gonna go. Let's start with these beautiful. This is Deja Vu from Colourpop. I really like this eyeshadow. It's a bright, what we call in Portugal, lettuce green, and I don't have much like it or anything. This is sort of close to it, but still. This is something from NYX, which is pretty similar to this one from Colourpop, but it's less blue. Interesting. It has more grey to it. This is one of those special shades that I want to desperately want to replace, but I don't think I will. From NYX, another one from NYX. This is shimmery. I don't know if it's, you can pick it up on camera. It has kind of a satin finish, I'd say, not absolutely shimmery. And now let's go into these mattes. This is Team Captain, a classic from Colourpop. It is pretty grey when compared with the other ones. And this is Sideline, also by Colourpop. It's not that green. It has a green shift and a purplish kind of reddish base. This one is another one from NYX, unnamed. And this one is High Tea, which looks absolutely grey comparing with the other colours. So, back in order, or I'll forget what I'm doing. I want to keep this bright lettuce green. I want to keep this sagey, pastel-y green. I want to keep these two. Now, you could argue I need to deepen the crease, but I have this, you know, sorry, damn it. As I was saying, I'm going to keep these 3-4 shades. And now regarding the darker colors, these are all pretty murky. They look bruisey on me. They're pretty grayish, and I have this one from the palettes from Lethal. So I'm going to get rid of these 4. 50-50. And this one is going to go too because I don't wear this kind of color. This is proving to be a logistical nightmare. My battery ran out and I don't know where this cut me off. I hope it has recorded all the elimination process. These are all the shadows that I'm getting rid of. So here we go. And this, I'm going to focus on my arm now so that you can see. These are all of them. Some look very yellow, at least on the viewfinder. These are all of them. And yeah. I'm gonna swatch my blues next. Oh, this got Sideline. This is Absinthe from NEVAH. It's one of those shifting colors that goes from a purpley red to green. I can show it to you. And I think I'm gonna keep it for now. It's a bit like, I think Club from MAC, was that the first one? It's a beautiful shade. It should have been scrutinized maybe with the greens because it has a green shift, but it has a purpley red undertone like these. It's staying. It's staying. Okay, back in track. Let's swatch the blues that I own. Too pretty. Plenty of blues scattered around my palettes. That's interesting. Let's focus on my arm. And let's go back to swatching. This I'm sure I want to keep. This is from Glaminatrix. Yeah, this is Blue Jeans. This is a stunning color. And I don't care, even if I had anything like this, the formula on this is beyond. But yeah, I don't have anything like blue jeans. This is staying. This is a black based blue from Colourpop. It's called Antimatter or Antimatter. Again, such a unique formula. It's kind of similar to this one. This I think is from Lethal Cosmetics, but this one has more purple to it. And this is more of a true blue. So stays. I'm very picky with my blues. This is somewhere between a green and a blue. This is Unica Tewi, don't ask me, by Glam Shop. Nothing like it in my collection. Really, really spectacular shade. This is Unknown by NYX. Bit lacking in pigmentation. I have this one if I want this kind of shade. This is going. And then we get into these suckers. Look at this. This is such a special, beautiful blue. Can I compare it? Can I compare thee to Summer's Day? You can see there's more of a purpley or cool tone base on this one, and this one has a bit more of a bright greeny color. Again, I'm keeping it, but probably it's not going to last long in my collection. This is from Makeup Forever. It's astonishing. A beautiful, beautiful blue. And it has that kind of iridescent satin finish. And again, this has a close color. It doesn't have the same finish. What am I gonna do? I want to keep all my blues. What is this? Just getting rid of one? I don't wear that much blue. Who am I? I was doing great until I popped into the blues. And then let me try and swatch this without getting too much more fuss into my... It's such a special shade, NYX. They dropped a couple of diamonds in that palette. I hope the light is hitting it. It's beautiful, glossy. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous blue. I don't have anything like it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep all my blues except for this one. This was a bad round. Popping this one in here. I'm gonna keep this out so I can repress it later. This is the final stretch, but I have so many of these, both of these color groups, sort of color groups that I've picked out. But let's start with a swatching of my purple-ish shades. Yes, beautiful, beautiful purple you are. So, let's see. This is what I already have in poppable form. I really want to keep this color. I think this is from NYX. Yes, it's something like with whimsical, maybe. The writing has worn off. This is one of those shifting colors. This is glass ball. This is turquoise going to red, but I still have it in my, you know, in this category. and don't have anything quite like it. This is close, but it's not the same, and it's a classic. So these two I want to keep for sure. Now, regarding the rest of them, I have so many purples already. I don't use them as much as I should. This is gone bad. Purple is notoriously hard to formulate, so this one was by Sephora. The next one is Kama Sutra by NYX. Crumbly, not good. This is by Sugar Pills, called Poison Plum. I think it's going to be very close to this one. Yeah, it has a bit more pink to it, more of a berry undertone. But these colors tend to look bruisey on me. Probably is going to go. I don't use these colors as often. This is Makeup Forever I922 maybe. Now this is a good formula. Can you see that? But I already have this one. So yeah, this is gonna go. See, that's why swatching what I already have has helped me a lot. This is pretty different from what I have. Has a violety undertone. I have something similar here. So this is going, again, big pans are already at a loss in a way. This one is We Don't Know by NYX. It's pretty. Am I swatching this in camera? Yeah. It's pretty pinky. Again, it's very similar to this one. See? And I was saying I don't have much like it, but it tends to make me look bruisey. It's a huge pan. But since this one is a smaller pan, I can keep it. It's kind of an orchidey almost purple. Oh, I'm so stained right now. And I still have all of these to swatch. Let me see. This one, again, NYX, it's called Dark Swan. Beautiful, blue-based, a bit of black to it. Almost could go into the black colors. Let me compare this with this one. This is that lethal color that also has a pretty strong black base and a purpley shift. See, don't need it, already have it in my lethal formula, which is a lot better and more sparkly than the NYX one. So 3. I'm liking this. This round is going fine. I still have arm left. I still have some skin. This is a beautiful lilac-y, shifty color from Sephora. I have a couple though that I can use, so this is gonna go. Now these are all from the same kind of family with slight shifts. Again, this is more on the orchid. Ugh. Wisteria by Makeup Geek. This is all this time, you know, and you can tell it's such a pretty color. Sometimes swatching, I'm not trying to convince myself, but sometimes swatching doesn't do things justice, you know. Maybe it's better with a brush, maybe it's worse. I'll have to give it a go to see. This is Lolita by NYX. I have this and this. I don't need this one. This one is Frostine by Sugar Pill. It's fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. It's really crumbly. It's gonna go. And I have to wipe this arm off to keep with the swatching. Nice, nice. Okay, so I did my best to keep the original swatches, but let's see. This is Fairy Tale, again by Makeup Geek. It's a bit darker, deeper than all the other ones that I already have. This one is Silver Lining by Colourpop. It's a bit more pink, I'd say. Has a bit more rosiness to it. We'll swatch them out. This is Nabla Poetry. You can tell by the size. Oh, these are very comparable. I'm going to keep Nabla. There you go. Makeup Geek Fairy Tale is going. Just because the Nabla one is more recent, so it's an easy decision. This one is Sephora Skinny Dipping. Very similar. A bit more, maybe a bit lighter, but not worth keeping. And this is Silver Lining. I'm still on the fence about that one. And again, this is another one of those by NYX. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, it's far more pink than anything else that I have here. These are very unique colors. What do I do, friends? What do I do? I'm torn with these two. It's such a beautiful dusty rose, and I know there's been a trend of these dusty rose colors, but I haven't purchased any palettes with these colors in them, so I think I'm gonna keep this one. And again, I'm on the fence. This is more rosy, but it's darker. I'm gonna get rid of it. It's a bit too murky, I'd say. I love grungy colors, but this is a bit too grayish. So I'm getting rid of these, and I'm keeping these. Oh, I'm proud. Clunky, huge, big, no good. Okay, first palette of goodbyes done. We are getting there, my friends. We only have this section of colors to test out, so I'm gonna try and subdivide them a bit more, because some of them are really halfway, aren't they? Ugh. Okay, so kind of like this maybe. They look like little paws. Look at this one. Little paw. Little paw. I'm gonna swatch whatever I have first in these kind of peachy, pinky tones. Must be quick. Good morning, good morning. A bit powdery, this one, but you know. Lovecraft, it's a bright pink. Love plus Warhol. Okay, this is a nice coral color. It just has those loose glitters. That's that for now. Not really, but let's see. Okay, let's see these three. Pretty comparable to this one. A bit more neon-y, I'd say. This, in case you're wondering, is Best Coast Scenario from Colourpop, and this is going to be Wait For It, Wait For It. It's a bit more it has a bit more rosiness to it, almost like a bit more reddishness. Again, pretty different from everything that I own. And this one is Lay Low from Colourpop. Colourpop eyeshadows, likely, again, far more rosy than a warm rose than all the other ones. I don't know if I was showing this on camera because sometimes I forget to check if I'm in frame because I'm that person, but these are the three shades that I've tried. I don't have anything very similar. These are far deeper peachy corally shades. They all have a bit more pink to them than the ones that I already had, so these are staying. There you go. Now let's try the reds. I've been having to take breaks to wipe my arm off and waiting for it to dry properly, so let's check if I have any kind of these bright reds. Maybe you, but not really. So, no. Checking for focus. And this is Poppy by Makeup Geek. Let's see what we have here. Going patchy. This one is Bad Seed from NYX. Oh, it feels so dry. Let's dig into it. This is no good. Let me put them in order. This is Hop On by Colourpop. Okay, it's a brighter, more poppy red. Like it very much, but I'm sad I don't have something in this brightness with that pink undertone. This is, oh ship, one of both. This looks like a very bright tomatoey red. Yes, liking these two. Kind of like the bright versions of the two above. And this was Red Carpet by Sephora collection. Yes, bright magenta. Against my will, I'm gonna keep these three, get rid of these two. So these are staying. Whew. Now, last but not least, let's see what the future holds regarding these babies. I can see if this very orchidy pink compares. No, it's far, it has delved into the purple realm, so no comparison here. And no comparison here. I'll see what I have within these colors in my collection. So be right back. Okay, so deeper plummy aubergine colors. Let's start with this big one, see if I can get rid of it. Makeup Forever I834. I don't reach for this at all, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's pretty similar to these two, so it can go. It's fine. This is ICU by Colourpop. Pretty similar to this one, so going Skinny Dip by NYX. Again, within the same kind of realm of these two by Viseart, yeah. This one is Country Girl by Makeup Geek. It's feeling so hard. It's gone. This one is in the bin. This one is Bitten, also by Makeup Geek. Yeah, I have this one here, which is close enough. It's by Natasha Denona, I think. And now let's get into these more pinky orchidy colors. This is Going Steady. Oh, this is bright violety. I think I want to keep it. Although I have this one and this one, this is very special. Pretty, pretty, pretty shade. This one is Wild Orchid. Appropriately named. I think this one is higher quality. I think it's one from Colourpop, so this is going. Although it's very beautiful shade. This is Stay Golden. It's one of those I would have guessed I have many of, and I don't think I have nothing quite like it. The closest is this one. So for now it's staying. And then this one by NYX. Let me clean my fingers and try not... I've repressed this eyeshadow twice. It keeps crumbling. We'll see. Oh, it's so beautiful. But I mean, yeah, no, I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of it. It's a beautiful shade, but it's not worth the hassle. Yeah. So here is my arm all swatched, and I'm gonna put all the colors back in their places. And yeah, the only thing I feel like I'm lacking in my collection overall is bright reds. Usually they either lean pretty pinky purpley or orangey tomatoey. So if you know of a very good bright red that comes in these smaller pans, let me know. I'm interested because I need it in my collection because I don't have enough eyeshadows. And this is why, my friends, you leave the reds and purples to the end, because they tend to stain your skin. And this is my, ignore these three. I'm gonna take them out for dramatic purposes. So here we are. This is the final breakdown of my eyeshadow declutter, the colourful eyeshadow declutter. I'm so chuffed to report that I am keeping 31 colourful eyeshadows that I do not have duplicates of in my other poppable eyeshadow palettes. So these are very unique colours for me. I'm not counting with this pressed glitter, it's another kind of warm. So 31 I'm keeping, getting rid of 35. So more than half of my eyeshadows, and this was only possible by comparing with the other poppable eyeshadows that I have. So I'm really chuffed with this process. It is more painstaking and it takes more time. Yes, but for me, it was what needed to be done. And hopefully these eyeshadows, except a couple of them that are not in good conditions to pass on, all of these will be passed on, hopefully, to friends. So friends, if you're watching me, hit me up. Hit me up! I'm just popping here to tell you that if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to thumb it up, subscribe, pop over on Instagram at @free.volous and chat with me in the comments down below. Let me know what you want to see next from me. And as usual, thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!